Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. This is going to be a new project pan introduction, possibly the last one of 2023. I could be wrong, don't hold me to that. But this is the project called Finish 6 by Santa. It has been running for several years now. I've done this, I think this is my 4th year doing this project. It was created by Elizabeth, who is Shiny Happy Pans over on Instagram. And today happens to be her birthday. So happy birthday, Liz. I hope you are having an amazing day and celebrating with your family and your loved ones. There's really no rules to the project. The idea is pick 6 products, make whatever goals you want. And it starts on August 1st and it ends on December 25th. You are more than welcome to join. If this project sounds like something that would fit you and your needs, please join us and let us know so that we could add you into the playlist in my description box. But yeah, 6 products from now until Christmas. And I think the idea that Liz had behind this project was that for those of us who start a lot of projects on the first of the year, we should be finishing some products right about now. So we need to add in some new products for the second half of the year to carry us on throughout the year. And it's kind of a last-ditch attempt to finish some things and get them out of our makeup collection before inventory time, which most of us do at the end of the year or the beginning of the following year. So yeah, really easy, not complicated project pan. And I feel like I have picked 5 boring products that are replacement products because I am running low on some items in my makeup routine. So there's one color product, everything else is like a base product. It's kind of boring, but those are the products that I need to be working on, and I really don't need to be adding in a single eyeshadow into another project from now until the end of the year. I just need to focus on the eyeshadows I currently have in projects and try to make some progress, especially in my Pan That palette. So let's get into the products I've chosen for this project. The first product I knew I was going to need very soon to bring into my makeup routine is a makeup primer, like a face primer. And I've actually chosen 2. The first one I'm going to try and finish is this deluxe sample from Laura Mercier. It is called the Foundation Primer. How novel. I was expecting it to have some complicated name. It just says Foundation Primer. And I think I can see through the light that there isn't much product left. It's actually right here. So just a little bit to go, and this should be out. I don't think it'll be difficult for me at all to finish this off between now and the end of the year. I do still have a little bit of primer left for the one that I've been working on all year long, but I really feel like that one's almost gone, and then this one won't take too long. So I'm actually bringing in a backup primer just in case I fly through that one before December 24th, and it is this one right here. This is another deluxe sample. This is the Pixie Flawless and Poreless Primer. I don't think I've ever used this. It has been opened. Maybe I've used it, maybe I haven't. If I have, it's been a long time. But yeah, it's just a little sample. I probably got it in an Ipsy bag a million years ago. And this does appear to be quite full. So I don't think I'll be able to finish this between now and the end of the year, but maybe I can get a head start on it for 2024. Did I just say 2024? I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that word. We don't talk about next year, but I should probably start thinking about it because you got to plan, right? You got to plan to pan, all that stuff. The next product that I think I'm going to be running out of pretty soon is an eyeshadow primer. Another primer, but this time for the eyes. And the first one I grabbed was this tiny little sample of the e.l.f. eyelid primer that I've had for quite a while. And guess what? It is dry as dust. I'm curious to know if maybe a few drops of Durline might revive this, but the truth is, I'm not going to do that. I'm not even going to waste the Durline on it. I'm just going to declutter this and call it a lesson learned. I believe this came in a kit that I've had for years and years that I bought at a holiday. But yeah, when I pulled the wand out, it's like dust, like crumbles of eye primer falling out everywhere. I don't think I ever even used this one time. I don't imagine there's a ton of product in here, but sadly this never even got used once. But it is leaving my inventory because I'm not gonna do some experiment where I dump a bunch of Duraline to see if I could revive this. I'm just gonna call it time of death. But good news, I have another one and it's a full size. This is the full size of the e.l.f. eyelid primer. I actually have two of these and this one is still relatively fresh. I don't think there's a ton of product in here. I have used this in the past, so I suppose I could possibly finish this off this year, which would be really great, but I don't know. The stopper's still in there. I haven't taken the stopper out, but I would like to work on this. People have told me that there's not a ton of product in these, even brand new, and that I should really get to them and knock a couple of easy primers out of my inventory. So I'm taking whoever's advice that was, and I'm gonna try and work on this next. I have a little bit of the Urban Decay Primer Potion left, but it's really on its last leg. And I do use colored bases quite often, but sometimes I do a look where I don't want a colored base. I just want kind of a nude eyeshadow primer, and that's when I reach for something like this or the Urban Decay Primer Potion. Okay, the next product I am bringing in is an under eye color corrector, a color corrector for my under eyes. I'm currently working on a Click Up under eye corrector from Trish McAvoy, and I'm really not sure how much product is left in there, but my gut is telling me that it is sputtering at this point. Like, it takes so many clicks to get a little bit of product up. Like before, like 2 clicks and I had enough product for each under eye, and now it's like 20 clicks. So I feel like it's almost gone. So in anticipation of that leaving and being finished soon, I've brought in this one. This is a stick corrector from e.l.f. This is going to be an e.l.f. heavy project, and I didn't mean to do that, but I have another e.l.f. product I'm going to be talking about in a minute. It just says it's a color correcting stick. There's 0.11 ounces of product. I have used it some. That's it, rolled all the way down. So I have used it some, and it's a little bit orange. I prefer something with a little bit more pink in it, but it works. It'll work. This is it rolled all the way up. So I don't know if I could finish this between now and the end of the year, but I just want to make as much progress on it as possible so that maybe I could finish it off in 2024. I will mark this on paper so that we could keep track of my progress from one month to the next. Product number 4 is a foundation. I do currently have several foundations that I'm working on, but all of them are in my summer shade. Well, yeah, 2 out of 3 are in my summer shade, and the third one is almost gone. So I'm bringing this one in. I don't know if this is a winter shade. It might just be a fall shade, but I honestly don't know if I have a lot of winter shades. Either I tend to buy foundations when I'm tan, or I just chronically buy foundations that are too dark for me. Both are strong possibilities, but I don't know how long this will work for me, but I want to bring this one in and get as much use out of this as I can while it's the right color for me. Once it becomes, if it should become too dark for me, I will have to figure out another plan. But yeah, both the 2 main foundations that I'm working on at this point in time are summer shades that will be way too dark for me once I go back to work and I'm sitting inside a building for 7 hours a day. I will lose my tan so fast. I'm not really going to set a goal for this, just to use it as much as possible while it's the right color for me. Product number 5 is another e.l.f. product. I'm bringing in this Complete Coverage Concealer Palette. This is the last of my e.l.f. palettes. I had one of these in the shade Deep that I used as a cream bronzer. I had one that's called a shimmer palette that I'm currently panning in Partners in Cream. And then I have this one that is in the shade Light. And it's just basically a concealer palette for people of my skin tone. And I would just like to set the goal of hitting pan in one shade. That's it. I just want to hit pan in one shade. I am still working on my Edward Best concealer, which I dug out of the tube once I finished the product that was above the packaging line. And it seems like it's never gonna end, but I do feel like I'm getting through it. And then I'm also working on a Laura Mercier concealer that's in Project 10 Uses, but I do still think I can hit pan on one of these. These pans have been very shallow. I have used this before at least one time. Each one of these pans has got a little fingerprint in them. So I have used them at some point, even though it hasn't been for a long time. And I don't think it'll take too much for me to hit pan. But I like to use a product like this, especially when I've had my makeup on all day long, it's in the late afternoon, and I'm getting ready to sit down and film a video, because I tend to have redness peeking through around my nose. I didn't do that today, but I do like to touch up with a little bit of concealer around my nose before I sit down to start filming, because for some reason the camera just picks up on that redness and magnifies it in crazy ways. And that's usually what I like to use a product like this for. So just want to hit pan in one of the pans. And product number 6 is the only like color product I'm bringing into this project. Like I said earlier, I'm kind of at my max limit for color products that I'm project panning right now, and I need to not make my life any more complicated than it already is. But I couldn't say no to this lipstick right here. This is a lipstick I found back when I was doing my spring Shop My Stash. I can't remember what the name of this brand is called anymore, and I know you guys told me what it is, but it's the one with this logo right here. I got it in an Ipsy bag years ago, and it's basically like a sheer lipstick. So it looks super dark in the packaging. It's basically brand new. I think I've only swatched it. First of all, it smells delicious. The biggest draw to this product is the smell. It smells amazing, and I've had this for years, but it smells yummy. Kind of like kind of cocoa buttery. I think it smells like cocoa butter. Yum. But it looks very dark in the tube, but it's quite sheer on the lips or when you swatch it. And it comes off kind of like a raspberry shade, a pinky raspberry shade, which is actually a shade I like to wear. I don't really like, contrary to what you're seeing on your screen, I don't really like super dark lipsticks. I was in kind of a mood today, but I think this will be really nice as we go into fall and into winter. And I think I would like to get as much use out of this as possible, but for the sake of this project, I think I'm gonna set the goal of 20 uses. That's kind of lofty, but I'm going to set the goal of using this 20 times between August 1st and December 25th. Wish me luck. So that is going to be it for this introduction. Once again, if you have any interest in joining in on this project, please do so. We'd love to have you. Elizabeth loves finding other project panners through her projects. And this is just such a cute, easy project to do for the second half of the year. So that is going to be it for this introduction. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.